Welcome to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show, presented, of course, by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. Also brought to you by Serdike Yamaha, Slumberland Furniture, Slumberland at the Lake, and MoDOT. Eyes up, phones down, be safe out there on the roads. And we're focusing on the Versailles Tigers this week. We've got the great Tigers coaches with us, some of our favorite coaches locally, and we've got some Versailles games coming up here pretty soon. We've got a doubleheader on February 3rd where you guys will be traveling to play Eldon. First we'll have the ladies game, then we'll have the guys game. So we're looking forward to that on February 3rd. So going into this week, you had a few weather problems there. They canceled the whole Stover tournament, but you get to make those games up. So that's good. I think the boys 3-7 right now. The girls are 8-3 right now. So great start for the Lady Tigers. Probably the best start in a long time. What a great boost is that to the program when you get off to a good start like that?
Oh, I think it's huge. Hopefully, younger generations watching us, they'll see that and they'll be excited and want to play basketball and keep our numbers up and, devote time into it. Versailles has been known, kind of as a volleyball, girls volleyball and softball and stuff. They've been really well and do very good at. So hopefully now with the start that we've got, some of those girls will maybe hopefully transition more and become basketball players, and we can keep this train rolling. Yeah,
well, and if they've been successful in other sports, there's some athleticism there. Hopefully it'll transfer over to something like basketball.
Exactly.
That's good. Is it tough to get the kids to come out and play, or the winning makes a difference, I'm guessing?
Yeah, winning, always helps. Luckily, some of the girls that came back out and played this year, I coached when they were in middle school when I was over there, so having a familiar face, I think, kind of helped them, and we had success at the middle school level, so they came back out and played, and like I said, we've been playing great basketball right now.
Yeah, that's a good feeling. So the guys 3-7, probably not the start that you might have wanted, but you guys lost a lot of talent off last year's team, so you're kind of rebuilding in a way and starting to play better and better. I think you come off a big 19-point win in your last couple of games, so that's got to add some juice.
Absolutely, and early on in the season, we played some tough opponents, and we've lost a lot of close games in there. So when in a player's perspective, we're really close to, our record's 3-7, but we could easily be 7-3 with some of our games that we've lost. We just lost a handful of games where they were close, and hopefully in the second half of the season we get some guys back from injury and stuff like that, and we can turn those close games into close wins.
That's kind of heartbreaking when you think about it. You lose a couple games by 1 or 2 or 3 points, and just a bucket here, a steal there, or turnover there could have made all the difference. But it's good when that happens earlier in the season, because hopefully later in the season, the breaks will go your way.
Absolutely.
Who are the guys that have stepped up for you that you're really proud of so far this year?
Well, we returned from last year's group that graduated a bunch was Reese Murdoch. And after that, we had a lot of guys that played at the JV level step up. And of those guys, like TJ Schoolfield and Braden Albrecht, Joey Bertelli are stepping up. Ty Morrison is playing a lot of minutes and doing a lot of good things for us. So, it takes a lot to be successful. And those guys haven't been put in these positions. And now that they're kind of seeing those positions, they're starting to excel.
Yeah, that's very cool. How about for the ladies? Who are the ladies that have stepped up that you're really proud of?
Getting Kylie Ritchie back obviously was a huge help, having a 6'2" post that can run the floor. But Brooke Anderson, our point guard, she's really stepped up her game this year and being a leader on the court and taking care of the ball. Ari Jones, Sarah Bland, their stats might not pop when you look at them, but they do a lot of the dirty work. And Amanda Vera, she's been playing very well defensively. If there's any loose ball, it seems like she's on the floor for it. So we've had a few sophomores and juniors really step up and start playing well this year. And like I said, if they're open, they'll shoot it, and anybody can score any given night for us. So that's a good thing.
That's a really good thing. What do you like the most about your girls this year?
Team chemistry. We're playing well. Like I said, Coach Marshall and I, we have thrown a ton at these girls, and they have responded very well. We're just taking it a game at a time, trying to just keep improving So towards the end of the year, come district times, we have a chance at the end. And I would say would be the main thing is just they played very well together. There's no drama. They don't care if you score, I score. As long as there's a win at the end, that's what they're most excited and happy for.
Boy, that's nice when you got a team that doesn't care who scores, right? Absolutely. What do you like the most about your team so far this year?
I would say our grit and perseverance. Like I said, we've lost a lot of games that were close, and with those games, we start out the game kind of slow, and sometimes we're starting out we make a joke, but down 20, and we joke around about that in practice, and sometimes in our drills we say, all right, guys, we're down 20, we got to come back. And, so when we're down 20, we kind of look at them and timeouts and stuff like that and say, guys, we've been here before, we just got to claw back. And they have, and they've taken that challenge and done really well with it.
Isn't it funny how teams fall into those patterns of you don't know why, but all of a sudden you're down early, and that just seems to be a pattern of a team. I played on a team. For some reason, we were terrible in the third quarter. Didn't know why. We just were, but it's funny how you fall into patterns like that. Okay, so we're talking with the head coaches of the Versailles Tigers, the ladies team, the men's team. We'll continue the conversation when we come back on the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers pediatrics at 2 lake locations and 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic, offering same-day appointments. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone, whether you live at the lake or just here visiting. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Being close to the water makes you more you. It's where the great unknown brings clarity. And letting go is how you really get going. Because only when you're on a Yamaha Wave Runner do you truly discover what you're made of.
Visit Surdyke Yamaha at Lake of the Ozarks, 50 years strong.
Hi, honey. It's your mom. I know you're probably working, but I just saw on the news that 3 people die in car crashes every day in Missouri. I just think about you driving around and it makes me so worried. So buckle your seatbelt, don't look at your phone, and don't speed. And I know you know this, but please always drive sober. You're a good kid, just be safe, okay? Mom loves you. Okay, bye.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. It's a new year, 2025, Happy New Year. What's that mean? We've got new sales. Sales in every room of the house. Got great financing, 24 months interest free. If you're gonna get a premium bed, we're doing 60 months interest free. Don't forget, even with the weather, we're delivering the entire lake area. Come see the New Year sale, Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
Welcome back to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. We're talking Versailles Tigers, ladies and men. So in Missouri, the districts are more important than the conference, really. You can win a conference, but it doesn't do anything for your playoffs. It's kind of who you're stuck with in the districts. You guys kind of got a raw deal a little bit. You got moved up to Class 4, really should still be in 3, so that makes it tougher. But in your district, you have got Blair Oaks, Owensville. They went to the Final Four last year, I think. Really good team. California, historically good. Southern Boone, also very good. And who had Blair Oaks, I think Eldon. So, that's a really tough group of teams you've got to play in the playoffs.
Yeah, it is. California Lady Pintos, they're always good. Owensville, they're great too. Like you said, Final Four appearance last year. We talk about it at practice every day. Anybody can win any given night. It's basketball. Watch March Madness. You see 16s upset ones. So we just got to keep playing, keep getting better, keep working towards that end goal. Have a lot of respect for both California and Owensville. So hopefully when, the time gets there, when we get around district time, we're playing our best basketball and, you never know. It could happen.
Yeah. And in fact, the game we have, your guys' game coming up on Lake TV against Eldon, that'll be a preview quite possibly of a matchup in your districts. In your districts this year, very tough as well. You got Blair Oaks, Boonville, California, Father Tolton. Tolton's always a powerhouse, right? And Southern Boone. None of those teams are easy.
Oh, absolutely. No way. We have our, I say Tri-County Conference schedule kind of coming up where we play a bunch of the Tri-County teams, and that's what that kind of is. And we have the Eldon tournament coming up as well, and it has a lot of talented teams in it. So we kind of get our trial run with some of those teams, and I'm looking forward to that. And when districts comes by and we've seen some of those teams, I'm excited to see what we can do against some familiar opponents that we've had in the past.
I'm so glad you still keep those Tri-County teams on the schedule. Some great rivalries there, like the Eldon game we have on Lake TV. That's a great rivalry, but the Osages and the Californias and all that stuff too. So that's kind of fun. What would be the next step in the growth for your team right now?
I think just turning that corner of, instead of losing these close games, to winning the close games. Also starting hot instead of starting slow. I feel a lot comfortable whenever we're not down 15 to 20 points in the first half and we're coming back late in the second half. And that stuff just makes it tough. And our boys, they have great attitudes about it and they keep working hard. So I think we're going to see that probably in the second half of the season.
That's great. Next step of growth for your team?
Probably putting all 4 quarters together against quality teams. 8-3 is a great record. We could easily be 10-1 right now. We've had a few games. We lost against Adrian and Eldon. We either came out hot and then we had a bad quarter, let them get back into it, or we were, scratching and clawing our way back in the fourth quarter to try and win. But that would be the next step, is just get a couple quality wins against quality teams and then improve from there.
It's amazing what wins like that do for the team psyche and confidence and everything. Okay, a little bit of fun. So if you could have dinner with any one sports figure that's still alive, who would that be? Let's go with you first. If you could sit down and pick their brain for a couple hours, who would you go with?
I'd probably have to go with the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
Yeah?
So I'd have to sit and have dinner with him, maybe play a round of golf or something. That'd be fun.
I think you might lose some money because I hear he's notorious for putting money on the line in the golf game. But I bet you'd get some pretty good stories. Michael Jordan, it's amazing how many basketball people say Michael Jordan. Right? Yeah. How about for you? Who would be your sports figure for dinner?
I thought Michael Jordan as well, but I think I'm going to go with Steph Curry.
Yeah?
Big Steph Curry fan, and what he does, not only on the court, but off the court. He shares his faith and does a lot for the community, so I think I would go with him.
Yeah, I saw a video just yesterday where Steph rolled the ball over to his dad. I guess his dad is either coaching or on the broadcast thing, so he was all suited up. Used to be in the NBA, picks up the ball from like three-quarter or half court and hit it. Yeah. So he can still play.
Yeah.
Apparently there's some talent in that family. Okay, if you could have dinner with anybody not living, go back, in time and pick somebody out. I don't know, Jesus or Martin Luther King or somebody like that. Who would you have dinner with, not living?
And it doesn't have to be an athlete?
Doesn't have to be an athlete.
I don't know.
That'd be tough one, wouldn't it?
I don't really think about that. Hey, can we come back to me? You jump in.
It's easy for me. I'd probably have dinner with either one or both my grandpas. They both passed away before I was ever born, so I never got to meet them. So
yeah,
I think it'd be fun just to have dinner with them and get to know them a little bit.
That'd be pretty special, wouldn't it? Get some family stories and secrets there, man. Absolutely.
Well, that's a good one. I had a family members pass away. I'd probably choose them to have dinner with them one more time. That's a good one.
I never thought about that, but that is a good one. Yeah, I think historical figures is kind of where my mind goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep in mind, we'll have both of these guys on Lake TV. Their teams will be at Eldon February 3rd. We'll have first the girls' game, then the guys' game. Gentlemen, thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And thank you for joining us for this week's COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show.
You're watching Lake TV.